कॉम्बॅक्ट एव्हिएटर्स कोर्सच्या 40व्या तुकडीचा दीक्षांत समारंभ दिमाखात संपन्न. प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ कलर्सचा बहुमान प्राप्त असलेल्या कॉम्बॅक्ट आर्मी एव्हिएशन ट्रेनिंग स्कूलच्या कॅट्स 40व्या तुकडीचा दीक्षांत सोहळा लष्करी थाटात पार पडलाय. प्रशिक्षणार्थी लढाऊ हेलिकॉप्टर वैमानिकांची तुकडीने संचलन करत वरिष्ठ सैनिकी अधिकाऱ्यांना सॅल्यूट केलंय. या तुकडीचे वैशिष्ट्य म्हणजे 2 महिला प्रशिक्षणार्थी वैमानिकांचाही यामध्ये सहभाग आहे. त्यांच्या रूपाने पुन्हा 2 लढाऊ महिला वैमानिक देशसेवेत दाखल झाल्या. चित्त, चेतक आणि ध्रुव या लढाऊ हेलिकॉप्टरच्या सहाय्याने लढाऊ हेलिकॉप्टर उड्डाणाचे प्रशिक्षण या लष्करी संस्थेकडून दिलं जातं. देशभरातील एकूण 15 महिला सैनिकी अधिकाऱ्यांची निवड लढाऊ हेलिकॉप्टर उड्डाणासाठी संरक्षण खात्याकडून करण्यात आली आहे. यापैकी दुसऱ्या टप्प्यातील 2 महिला अधिकाऱ्यांनी सुद्धा यशस्वीरित्या लढाऊ वैमानिकांचे प्रशिक्षण पूर्ण केले. त्यांनाही आज गांधीनगर येथील कॅट्सच्या तळावर गौरवण्यात आले. या प्रशिक्षणात नायजेरियन सैन्य दलातील एका अधिकाऱ्यानेही भारतीय प्रशिक्षणार्थी वैमानिकांसोबत लढाऊ हेलिकॉप्टर उड्डाणाचे धडे गिरवले. त्यांचाही या तुकडीच्या संचलनात सहभाग होता. सुमारे 20 ते 22 आठवड्यांचे खडतर प्रशिक्षण या प्रशिक्षणार्थी वैमानिकांकडून पूर्ण करण्यात आले. या दीक्षांत सोहळ्यात वरिष्ठ लष्करी अधिकारी त्यांना मोठ्या सन्मानाने एव्हिएटर विंग्स प्रदान केली आहे. हा दीक्षांत सोहळा प्रत्येक प्रशिक्षणार्थीसाठी अविस्मरणीय ठरलाय. या सोहळ्याला वरिष्ठ सैनिकी अधिकाऱ्यांनी मार्गदर्शन केले. मार्गदर्शन करताना लेफ्टनंट जनरल अजय कुमार सुरी यांनी आपलं मनोगत व्यक्त केले.
ब्रिगेडियर सचिन दुबे, ऑफिशिएटिंग कमांडंट, कॉम्बॅट आर्मी एव्हिएशन ट्रेनिंग स्कूल, ऑफिसर्स ऑफ द पासिंग आउट परेड, ladies and gentlemen, I am indeed delighted to be amongst you all today for this passing out parade, and it gives me immense pleasure to present the coveted aviation wings, the RPA wings, and qualified flying instructors badge to the graduating officers of the Combat Aviators course, Aviation Helicopter Instructors course, and the Basic Remotely Piloted Aircraft System Internal Pilot and Observer course. Army Aviation Corps, from its humble beginnings in 1986, at that time equipped with only single-engine helicopters, has today graduated into the arm of the future with state-of-art rotary wing platforms and remotely piloted aircraft systems. The Corps today has a huge fleet of over 400 helicopters and 50 RPAs operating in the most rigorous and challenging environment across the entire length and breadth of our country. Our skilled aviators have also kept pace with our technological advancements, be it handling the complexities of twin engine and attack platforms to RPAs which are enabled with satellite communication. Today, our Corps takes pride in being able to support the field force commanders in all operations of war, whether it is by day or by night. The recce and observation helicopters and RPAs help in enhancing the battlefield transparency. The utility helicopter platforms give us an inherent lift capability to put across boots on ground, that is massing of forces, and the attack platforms, that is the WSI, and the light combat helicopters enable the massing of fires at the point of decision. Next year, we'll further enhance our operational capability with the induction of the iconic AH-64 Apache attack helicopter, as also the light utility helicopter which will replace our sturdy and time-tested stalwarts, that is the Chetak and Cheetah helicopters. In addition, today we are already having SATCOM RPAs which have given a fillip to our surveillance and monitoring capability, and in the near future we'll also be inducting unmanned combat aerial vehicles. Equal focus has also been given to development of infrastructure to support our modernization plan today. Today we have tailor-made infrastructure available across all bases to cater for the servicing and maintenance requirements of our modern fleet. We also have included the development of infrastructure along the borders to enable helicopter operations from forward areas, thus enhancing our operational reach. I'm also happy to see the progress of CATS, which started in 2003 with just 3 courses being conducted here, to wherein today we run nearly 17 courses in a training cycle. CATS has today transformed into a true premier training institution of Army Aviation. The ATC modernization pilot project undertaken at Nasik has been successfully completed, and this paves the way for similar projects in all Army Aviation bases pan-India. With the increase in our training requirements, Special focus is also being given to develop flying simulators to reduce the flying training burden on the operational squadrons and also support the Atmanirbhar initiative. I am happy to learn that 2 projects in CATS, that is the augmented reality and virtual reality simulator and the upgrade of Cheetah simulator, are well on track and will be functional by middle of 2024. In addition, we have also coordinated with HAL for simulator training of the Aviation Helicopter Instructors course, which will commence from the next course. CATS thus is effectively contributing to the transformation and optimization process, and my compliments to all ranks of Team CATS. Where do we see Army aviation in the near future? I see an aviator and RPS crew as an inseparable component and proponent of multi-domain operations. Integrated operations as part of integrated theatre concept should be the new focus of our arm. Aligning concept of operations with supporting training doctrines is the need of the hour. Certainly more of manned platforms transforming into unmanned ones would take place in the times to come. Concepts like manned-unmanned teaming will be a reality where all combat and combat support roles for Army aviation will be augmented by UAVs, by UCAVs, swarm drones and unarmed drones. I see combat pilots transforming into combat system operators with multi-skill capabilities to fly, design and maintain manned and unmanned aerial platforms simultaneously. Technology should be in the DNA of each aviator, and I am sanguine that the aviator of today will embrace it with open arms so as to be able to survive the battlefield of tomorrow. My advice to the young aviators who have been awarded the coveted wings today, as also the flying instructors and the RPS aviators, is that we need to know the capability and the limitations of the machines we operate, and all our missions should be under the overarching umbrella of flight safety. Today, in our zeal to complete a mission, we need to constantly remind ourselves that military flying is fraught with risk, and we should always ensure that we do not cross our red lines and put the mission itself at risk. The ability to say no to a sortie in case of bad weather or when the aircraft is not fully flight worthy needs to be inculcated as second nature amongst all of us. Remember, the captain and the co-pilot together form a team, and thus a go or no-go decision needs to be taken well in time to ensure flight safety at all times. My compliments to the dedicated team of instructors and staff of Combat Army Aviation Training School for having conducted all the courses successfully. A special mention for behind-the-scene contributors, the technical and support staff of both 665 Army Aviation Squadron and 201 Army Aviation Squadron for their unstinted support so as to ensure that courses get completed in time.
KVR न्यूज 24 ताससाठी प्रतिनिधी प्रकाश थामेत, नाशिक.